the Pirates representative in the All Star Game. Pittsburgh's own closer David Bednar. David, congratulations on headed to the Midsummer Classic, my man.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
You bet. After the viral video of you getting the champagne bottle and all the beer from Shelton, what did you then do with said beer and champagne?
Saving the champagne, drank the beer. I think that was a pretty easy one.
Your first Icy Light was when?
Ooh, probably 5 minutes after the game was over.
Nice.
David, have you tried Icy Light Mango yet? I have to ask.
Yeah, I have. I'm a fan. It's a Pittsburgh version of like a White Claw.
You just made Donnie's day.
Yeah, Vogelback said he hasn't tried it, and when we kind of pressed him on it, I only think he said I'll do it just to be polite and courteous to us. So if you want,
there's an update. He said he had it like about a week ago or so. He said he was in on it.
He likes
Maybe
it.
He's just lying to me, but you know what? Yeah, I was just trying to please, tell me what I wanted
placate
to
you.
do, but
Yeah, exactly.
He said he was in on it. Yeah.
Okay. Did you share that beer with your teammates, or was that just a, I'm the All-Star, this is my stuff beer?
I definitely handed some out, and I wanted to, share some of it, but I definitely did a good bit of it myself.
Okay. David Bednar. Do you have any more beer questions, Jeff? Or do you want to move on to the next part of the interview?
No, I was just going to ask him, like, have you had that moment yet where you stepped back and said, damn, I'm an all-star?
I guess in like little spurts, but I mean, I think it really won't hit me until, I'm actually at the game and all the festivities and stuff start. But it's been a crazy couple of days for sure.
On that note, David, once you found out, who's the first person that you texted or called and said, hey, I made the All-Star team?
I called my fiance, and then I sent a text to my parents' group checks. I couldn't really pick a favorite there. So I let them know, and then I called both my parents, and everybody was just all beyond ecstatic. It was honestly just so special just hearing their reaction too.
When you're in that clubhouse, are you gonna try to be like, I'm here, I'm one of the guys, or are you gonna be asking questions? Like, what's that gonna be like for you?
Interesting.
I think I'm definitely gonna be asking a lot of questions and listening a lot. I think my guys that are in that room that have been doing it for a long time, and there's certainly a lot to learn. So I'm just gonna try and soak it all in and enjoy the experience.
David Bednar, Pirates All-Star closer, Pittsburgh's own, our guest right now here on The Fan. David, who would you say is the person in your life that you credit for turning you into and making you into an all-star pitcher? I
mean, I think it's a pretty easy layup. I'd have to say my dad. I mean, just from the jump, I've been fortunate to have his guidance, just not only, as a dad, as a friend, but, as a baseball coach and, everything like that. So, it's to say him would be an understatement.
Neil Walker has told us before, it can be overwhelming to be a star player in your hometown. There's so many people that that want to contact you, that want a piece of you. How do you deal with that part of it, of being, it's cool to be here, but yet there's things you need to separate, especially as you get, ready for a game?
Yeah, there's definitely things I'm learning, on the fly. But, I mean, overall, I really haven't had any bad experiences. I've been very fortunate to have like such a great support system in my life and my career, and it just continues. I mean, this fan base has been great. My friends, family have all been supportive. So, I mean, I have no complaints.
All right, who makes the trip to LA? Who's getting a flight ticket? Who's getting the hotel? Who's getting in on the nice expensive dinners there when you're out there next week? Who's in, David? Who from the family's making the trip?
I know for sure my fiance's in, my mom, dad, sister, and then actually my brother is able to make the trip because their All-Star break aligns with it too. So he's able to come out, and then his girlfriend, and then some other aunts and uncles. So it'll be a lot of fun, and even more even cooler to share it with them.
We hear a lot about these new guys. You didn't come up with them. You came up in the Padres organization, so you're getting to know some of these guys, especially someone like O'Neal Cruz. What's it been like watching these guys play?
I mean, special, man. Some of the guys that have been coming up this year, it's cool. They come to compete every single day, and then also, they're extremely talented. Watching O'Neal Cruz play is fun. It's fun to say the least. I mean, every time he's up, everybody kind of holds their breath. You never know how hard he's going to hit the next ball.
David Bednar is our guest here as the Pirates get ready to play the Marlins, and he heads to the All Star Game. So you said your dad, from a support system aspect, David, has been, a big reason why you make your first All Star Game. How about more from a pitching repertoire, what you've done either mechanically or with your pitch selection stuff? Who is the person in that regard, or what is the thing that you've done this year that you think has propelled you to great heights as a relief pitcher?
I think this past year, I really just kind of just tried to go out there and compete and just not, I think there's some times where you get caught up in the scouting reports, stuff like that, but I just try and go out there and, had some success in the past with it, so just trying to go out and trying to repeat it, and each day just kind of do the
So
same
it's a
thing.
mental thing for you is what you're telling me. This has more been like a mental awakening or epiphany for you as a player. A mindset thing.
I think so. I think, that's kind of the biggest hurdle when you first get to the big leagues is kind of trying to see if you belong and seeing like if you're, just that confidence that your stuff does play at that level. And then so this year kind of really, I saw some bits and pieces of it last year and then kind of really tried to carry it over into this year and just pitch with a lot of confidence and just going out and focus on competing. And, I found that when I do that, good things tend to happen.
Who do you lean on in the pen? Like when you're out there, like, who do you talk to? Who do you jump advice off of? Like, what's that communication like?
We have a good crew down there, but I think if I just had to just pick one, I'd say Chris Stratton. He's been around the block. He knows, he knows how to deal with the ups and downs, and he's that kind of just that rock and a real model of consistency. So I think in this game over 162, you're gonna have your ups and downs, but it's all about being consistent day in, day out, and being the same guy.
David, we had Big Dan Vogel back on a few weeks ago, and we talked about his outfit from July 4th last year and how he just seems like a high energy guy in the clubhouse. Does that pretty much fit the bill for him? What's he been like with the team this year?
Oh, to a T. He's a great teammate. Great, keeps the energy going. He's always in every game, and just kind of everybody kind of feeds off that, especially the younger guys. They see how he's never given away at bats, and he's always out there competing. And I think that's the biggest lesson that the younger guys can take away from. And he's had a good bit of success this year, so it's been fun to watch him because there's a lot of work that goes into it, and there's a lot of work that goes in that mindset, and it is contagious, and I think you can see it every night.
David Bednar, Pirates All-Star closer. All right, David, what do you think of the Steelers Stadium name change? No more Heinz Field.
I hate it. I hate everything about it. to be blunt, I'm going to call it Heinz Field forever.
That a way to go, David. Spoken like a true Pittsburgher. Let's go.
But you're sticking with Renegade.
Yeah, I think, I don't think there's going to be any change in that.
Okay.
I don't think.
All right. How about?
How do you even say it? How do you say it?
Accra Sure Stadium, David. Say that five times fast.
Heinz Field. Are they getting rid of ketchup bottles or what?
So they're trying to figure that out. Jeff was down there today, and what did Art say?
He said they are trying to talk to Heinz about maybe a way of keeping those bottles somehow and using them in a different way.
David, you should bid on them in auction. You should make the Steelers an offer and put one in your backyard.
Telling you what, center field at Mars Field, a big ketchup bottle.
I think that's a great idea.
All right, David, what do you want the Penguins to do with Malkin? Where are you on that one? What's your take? Turn the page?
Back together. I don't know. I don't know. That core is so good. I don't know if you can break that up.
And what do you hope the Steelers do week one? You want to see Trubisky out there, or you want to see him go with Pickett from day one?
That's tough. That's tough. I don't know. As much as I want to see Kenny, I think I'm curious to see what Trubisky does this year. I think he's in line for a good year, and then hopefully Kenny can learn from him. And who knows? I like where we're at though. I'm not worried about it.
Okay. David Bednar, any other questions, Jeff? You good?
I'm good.
David, if there's anything like Vogelback's visit, you're going to go on like an incredible run now of not giving up any runs. So when that
I'm in on
happens,
that.
yes, just give us a little bit of credit down the line, and it's all good.
Hey, enjoy it.
Yeah, for sure.
Enjoy it.
Thanks,
That's going to
man.
be awesome at Dodger Stadium too. Awesome.
Oh yeah.
Dave,
Thanks, guys.
David, actually, on the Dodger front with the Dodger dogs, what do you put on one? What's your hot dog condiment choice? What do you do?
I'm going to guess Heinz.
Yeah, it's BS when they don't have Heinz ketchup. But sometimes I like to jazz it up. I go a little relish, mustard, ketchup. You know, the standard.
Jazz it up. Okay. I like that.
Relish sometimes, and then honestly, just I'll throw whatever they have in the little hot dog bar. I just kind of if I'm feeling crazy.
All right, there you go, everybody. David Bednar, Pirates All Star.
Congrats, man.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Have
There
a
you
good
go.
one.
Yep.